A quick message because the players got in there quick and we are starting up map number 1. RushieZ has chosen Regency to be this first battlefield against the Pittsburgh Knights. The Knights need to have a better showing here against RushieZ or they will fall down 0-1 because against the United, they were looking to maybe wrap things up 3-1 against them. They fall heavy on this map and RushieZ comes out hot out of the gate and picks it again. Do you see that as a mental edge for RushieZ going into this matchup?
No, I definitely do think they kind of have that teamwork to make it work. They roll back, they use their Lancers. And then one thing to take note of here, you have Avexys who's going off, DeToX and Ice who are playing out of their minds, but a lot of pressure throughout the couple of seasons, the regular seasons, has been put on RushieZ. Even RushieZ is stepping up in those big moments. It almost gives me shades of back when my first event ever coaching him on LAN. He was deep into the Echo Fox spawn on Reclaim, putting multiple members on swords, making them look like amateurs. And that's the RushieZ I've seen glimpses of this weekend, but I need to see it consistently throughout the course of this matchup. And what a better match to kind of start on Regency, because RushieZ's role on Regency is going to be a lot easier with his teammates crossing for him. But I think the biggest key to success over on the side of PK, though, is starting off hot and getting in your face early. It was the biggest key to success, I believe, against E United, because you saw how that comeback went. You got to imagine if they didn't get off to that hot start. So here, PK, they need to take that same playbook that they used against E United, maybe change up a few plays here and there, call an audible when it comes down to it, but you need to get aggressive. If PK slows down just a little bit, RushieZ will take that as a sign of weakness and pounce.
They will, without a doubt. RushieZ has a couple of players on that team that I'm sure were hoping United won because they looked at it like if anybody was going to put them down like explosive and praise, it was going to be them. I'm talking about Icy. He probably wanted to end both of those careers personally, and now he's got to be the guy that beats the guys who beat the guys, and they want to come out here hot on a Regency and be the better team. They want to start off hot. They want to start off on the right foot because as you and I just explained and continue to put out there in the universe, you do not have a prayer's chance if you do not come out against them hot and ready to go. RushieZ has been on a tear this morning, and they've been on a tear all weekend long pretty much. They have done everything they can to be a dominant force, a dominant fashion like they were most of Pro League. As we see the fly through a Regency, that first initial always so very important whether or not he is going to be able to get the M-bar, the frag grenades. Who's going to get control over that initial Rose Garden hill? It's all going to be bright and in our eyes here momentarily. Let's go into the action as we roll out right on the back of DeToX coming into the middle. It's going to be 2 players from RushieZ trying to overwhelm the nades. They're going to give up the M-bar originally to Raver. They're going to go for a overload at the Rose Garden. This is a little bit of a trick play if you ask me, coming right out of the gates with something fresh.
Yep. They get the early eliminations. They get the positioning. You see RushieZ stretching all the way across. He's just trying to get that spawn to swap on the other side of things. But Pittsburgh Knights, they know how important holding on to that side truly is. But RushieZ playing sneaky, sneaking around, but he's going to choose to kind of backtrack in his footsteps, reunite with his teammates to try to get a defense. 2 angles coming through. They gave up that M-bar, like you said, early to Raver. Let's see how that choice is going to affect them later on. You see multiple members becoming targets. Raver knows somebody's right in front of him. 1 stun going out. Shoots across onto the next target, or at least go ahead and make him a target. Avexys going to get first blood on this exchange. Shutting down SuMuNs. RushieZ now pushing up, trying to stretch through the defense. He knows this side of the map is still so important, especially since there's only 15 seconds left on this hill.
And as they're starting to rotate over to this right side, RushieZ is looking to try to get some kills to take over this close spawn, but Raver shutting 1 player down, looking to try to shut another down, but the help comes through. Dezo will get the meat shield onto DeToX, and RushieZ will spawn all the way out across the map now. This next hill is about to spawn in just 6 slow seconds. You see RushieZ already trying to set up for a possible retake in this situation. Icy with a shot grenade in hand. Utility starting to get thrown out by RushieZ, trying to cloud up the sight lines, trying to make it harder for everybody to deal with the possible pushback from RushieZ. M-bar shot trying to ring through, misses both of them. No more ammo for Raver. Now it'll be all neutral weapons. It's going to be Lancer, snubs, and shotties into this fight. Shots on. Avexys has to bounce around. He's getting 90-degreed out. Here comes the push. SuMuNs playing back, playing smart. Gets down by RushieZ. DeToX trying to come in for the revive. Dezo holding his angle, holding his Lancer, getting kills after kills, getting downs after downs. Picture perfect defense out of the Knights.
Yeah, so many downs. He popped ahead with the Lancer call, and that is absolutely insane. And the way it's just looking right now, it's looking like a great attempt for PK to kind of bounce back, hold onto this hill. They got the next M bar. That means the nades are going to be coming up. Shock grenade should be coming up soon as well. Someone's trying to anchor himself deep into that spawn. He's getting the help that he needs. Monkey, Raver, headshots are going to keep on popping. And this is where it goes. 36 seconds left on this hill. With those eliminations, you see everybody beginning to disperse because you got to know RushieZ, they're not going to waste any time fighting for this dead part of the map. They're going to go and try to collect the nades that are on the map. Those are going to be split between the two teams, and 20 seconds left on this hill. Pittsburgh Knights are going to get as much time as they can on this side of the map, but they also need to be very, very aware. They don't have enough information, but look at the defense. Do you agree right now? RushieZ is just spread thin.
RushieZ are trying to pick the players off as they rotate through the map, trying to figure out where they are, because as long as that hill is still up, the spawns are still connected to that hill, or they are primarily where your players are. And I don't think they realized how many people from Pittsburgh had already rotated over. 3 shots for Raver. Monkeyz pulling the snub out, trying to bait out some shots, trying to find where anybody might be. 2 nades in the hand of Raver as well. I think he can get RushieZ. If he throws one short, one long, he has a chance to not only knock him out of the hill, but get a kill. Goes to the M-bar shot, doesn't find it. Shock out. Icy's been tagged up on the steps. He's got to sit back down. RushieZ, he'll step back up. He's going to get that first kill. Still holding sway over the hill. Full red. Might want to be concerned about his health. Raver, though, gets flanked out by DeToX. Beautiful job there in the 2v1. Now SuMuNs trying to make something happen against Avexys. DeToX, 2 rotations, 2 flanks, 2 kills. Wrap them up for his stat line, baby. And now we go into defense for RushieZ. They're going to set up here on the hill and try to gain a larger point lead against the Knights. Already up to about 60 and continuing to pound away at that, trying to make life a living hell for the Knights.
Yeah, someone's just trying to hold on to that spawn as long as possible for his teammates to go ahead and get back into the action. But you got to give it up to Avexys because he took that fight deep. And even though it was still going on, he forced those players to kind of spawn outward. And now you see this is where PK have to put up or shut up before this one gets blown out of the water. RushieZ, they have 3 troops towards the top. They have a player down low in RushieZ trying to bleed the hill top dry. But he's going to come at a separate angle. Avexys goes down. DeToX gets taken out. Icy's going to fall. But this is the thing. VQ does the same exact thing, Colin. It doesn't exactly matter. They're not going to get down in hill time because there was still over 15 seconds left when RushieZ tried to make this push. So there's plenty of opportunity, plenty of time left to get back into position and make one more push to go through before the hill even moves.
3 seconds left. Mid-neutral hill now. Dezo, M-bar in hand, is going to start looking for targets. He sees the marks, multiple across the map. They've actually spread out and fanned out to a 45-degree angle, but the first kill goes to the Pittsburgh Knights. RushieZ has to answer back with one if they can, and it looks like DeToX is going to get pushed off of his spot here. This is a nice little respawn for them. They've got a pinch now. If they can get a kill here, they can really make life hard. But Monkeyz with a beautiful double frag grenade kill. SuMuNs after the revive, sees the slide and makes him die. That is a fantastic job. Pittsburgh Knights, they avoid getting pinched. They avoid the early death on the hill. They come away with 4 straight kills and no deaths. Great teamwork, great team revives, and even better setup for the Knights here. Trying to come back into this. They've already cut the lead in half. Trying to make it even harder on him. Monkeyz hitting absolute concrete blocks. My man built an apartment complex. There's a few townhouses left over after what Monkeyz just did there on them middle stairs.
I just question is, does it have a beachfront? Because Monkeyz will make that too as he takes out Avexys. RushieZ doing what he can. He gets that spawn on the low side of the map. They know the hill is going to rotate. They already get the actual position on the hill along with that shock grenade, but the spawn towards the top half of the map, if anybody gets eliminated on the side of the Pittsburgh Knights, will get right back into the action. They won't waste any time as they're looking to bleed this as dry as possible. Only trailing 27 points at this stage in the game. Icy doing a good job of backing out Dezonide, but you can't really make anything other than that, and it's going to have to come from a risky play coming through for the Pittsburgh Knights once this hill does rotate through if they want to keep it contested. But Avexys, he tries to go for a play towards the backside. You got to know the Pittsburgh Knights are waiting for that next M-bar, and that's what Avexys was trying to do. He was trying to sneak a player out, but now that the hill is rotated, M-bar in the hands of the Pittsburgh Knights, they're going to try to start that push. Frag grenade towards the backside. Dezonide lands that M-bar shot to clean one up. A second M-bar shot, and Monkeyz going to get it down on that. Back-to-back kills RushieZ. They lose control over to PK, and you see them begin to spread the defense thin. That's Dezonide going towards the top half of the map to get that spawn and make sure Raver has a short trip to get right back into the setup. RushieZ, 50 seconds left. They have more than enough time, Colin, to get this hill, try to get enough time on it, and rotate if they get a squad wipe.
Moral of the story thus far for me is the fact that the Pittsburgh Knights have dominated the power weapons. They have dominated that M-bar. They have forced RushieZ to make some pretty scary pushes, some pretty scary plays. Icy, long-range frag grenade. Won't find anybody. Won't even find damage with a second one. RushieZ retakes the hill after flooding them out with that couple of frags, but it's up to Avexys trying to make one more kill happen. He's going to run away from the last one. He says, oh, baby, baby, I got them all here. We got the hill. 15 seconds left. We maintain our lead. We know it's going to the top left. Pittsburgh, they're trying to set up over there already. They've got all 4 players left side of the map, 2 guarding the middle stairwell. Looks like RushieZ is going to have 3 in the area. They're going to be pulling up here shortly. They're going to have to worry about whether or not they can get these first couple of kills to come back into this hill. I think it's going to be up to the fact that that middle player, no, they've all rotated to the top. Nobody's going to the middle stairs yet.
You got to take note of Dezonide. He's given up that low spawn point, so depending on how chaotic this next fight goes, RushieZ can definitely try to steal it away. That's why he's playing that flex back and forth towards the middle. 2v1 in the middle, but 3v2 towards the top half of the map. Shock grenade's going to go out, but it's not thrown to perfection. They're still thriving towards the backside. Lancer shots going out. Shotgun shots going out. SuMuNs gets a triple kill to defend the hill, and the Pittsburgh Knights have turned this game around.
Once again, a beautiful defensive stand for the Pittsburgh Knights. 3 players and 10,000 damage already for the Knights. SuMuNs rotating over to the M-bar. They know it's about to respawn. First kill comes through in the smoke. Second kill, not there yet. He is full red. Pulls his Lancer for a moment. Switches back over to the Nash. Gets taken down. DeToX will finally have an M-bar to try to use the fight back against this tie.
12 seconds. They have 12 seconds to go before Dezonide spawns back into this one. You have a big man advantage here. DeToX needs to hit these M-bar shots. Dezonide going round. There he goes. Headshot on a Dezonide. RushieZ takes out Raver, and Icy takes out Monkeyz. They're going to get 28 seconds. They're going to get the lead right back on top. And you know the hill's going to rotate back down low towards that Rose Garden. SuMuN is going to catch Icy slipping, and which gives up that early control to the Pittsburgh Knights. But SuMuN gets caught slipping right after. 3v3 for control over this next hill.
It is going to go back to the Rose Garden. RushieZ have been packed up here with a few pellets. Here comes Raver bouncing around. Gets caught on the second bounce. Now it looks like Dezonide. He was looking like he might try to escape, but the second bounce gets him a kill. They get the shocks. DeToX is going to get challenged here by Monkeyz. Monkeyz ain't hardly missed, and he continues that trend. He said, no thank you, sayonara, see you later. Another kill in the books for Monkeyz. 10 kills, 3 deaths, 8 assists for him on the scoreline. We go to the backside of the Rose Garden now. Icy, shocked on, fragged out, taken down. Great breakthrough by the Knights. 3 players from the Knights trying to push up on the one arise on that left side. Lancer damage is true. It gets a double down, but who is there to clean it up? No one, not a soul. RushieZ tries to sneak one. He tried to sneak 2. Dezo said, oh no, it ain't you. I'm gonna be the one to revive my friends. You gonna have to go back, and this might be the end. They're gonna get up over 200 points with this Rose Garden hill.
It's going to be a big moment right here because as there's 38 seconds left on the clock, you kind of saw it as Ribs pulled up the map. The M-bar is going to be the next weapon spawning before the hill even rotates. So this battle, what you do with that victory is going to matter so much here, especially since we got a tie game all aboard. DeToX rushing through the middle. He's able to find one. Players getting tossed around from both teams. He's going to fall. Monkeyz was already taken out. Avexys doing what he can to get the revive, but it's not going to be enough. Raver and Dezonide shut it down, and SuMuNs gets the top side of the map, and they're going to wait for it. Monkeyz gets the end bar. They get the position on the hill, and they get the spawn. The Pittsburgh Knights have full control over this next hill.
Now we see 2 players already inside. Third player coming up to the side now. RushieZ looking like they're going to go through the bottom of the map, try to get a kill here. I think they're going to go for another bleed out play where they want Raver to be on the ground, and they're going to leave him down there. There's nobody in the area to help. Monkeyz will see the player try to pick up the shock. He's going to take his head clean off. 3v3 on the map right now. Raver, 5 more shots to the M-bar. Monkeyz, excuse me, 5 more shots. 4 more shots now. Makes the second one count. He's going to get a headshot there. 3 more rounds for the M-bar on Monkeyz. And this could easily almost sew this map up with a bow if he can get another kill or 2 here. RushieZ started very hot in this map, but Monkeyz and Raver have become MVP status. SuMuNs has shut down time and time again in the defensive stand. Pittsburgh Knights are well on their way to a 1-0 lead over RushieZ here in this losers semifinals.
Yeah, RushieZ needed to push through and at least get a couple seconds tested onto that hill. That was perfectly set up for the Pittsburgh Knights to win as they get overthrown, pushed back. 30 seconds left onto this one. Back and forth. This one is going down to the wire between these 2 teams. Multiple eliminations, though, going in way of RushieZ. Someone's trying to get the trade, but they continue to fall. They're going to go ahead and get the remaining time left onto this hill. They're going to have an opportunity to push forward and take a mismatched numbers towards the bottom half of the map, but they get that early spawn, so PK will have an opportunity to get set up. There will be 30 seconds on the M bar, 20 seconds on those grenades. The RushieZ, they could wait for it in theory, or they could try to make a push, and if they lose, they could fall back on the weapons, but if they win, they give up the weapons to PK. Decisions, Colin.
Monkeyz top left here, top left stairwell, excuse me. That next hill will be the bottom left of your mini-map. 2 players will start to mount up from the Rose Garden. 3 players now. 1 player waiting over those frags. Now is going to join them. Here comes the smoke. Monkeyz will throw a flash in. He's going to try to blind those players. RushieZ will go to the back side of the hill. 2 more players trying to push in now. Looks like RushieZ is going to have all 4 players in the area. RushieZ stands up on an angle, trying to get the down or kill onto SuMuNs. They have yet to be able to secure anything, and once again, SuMuNs is a brick wall. SuMuNs is unkillable in the defensive stand right now. He has made everybody pay for trying to push back against him, and oh boy howdy, take a look. It is going to be another M-bar for the Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to have that. They have dominated the damage, dominated the kills, dominated the hills. 21 seconds until victory.
40 seconds left on the clock, so not only do they have to go ahead and bleed these hills dry with 15 seconds remaining, Avexys gets tagged up. DeToX has the frags. 3 players stacking towards the low side. RushieZ gets 2v1 at the top side of the map before the push even comes through. Deep frag grenades, trying to push some players back. Dezonide unable to connect with anything just yet, but 8 seconds. 8 seconds left is the name of the game. SuMuNs and Monkeyz are going to fall. Dezonide, he's going to do what he can, but this hill is definitely done and over with. They're going to have to rotate next if they want to look to win this one, but with those eliminations, those players that got eliminated early from PK, they're going to get that spawn, and they're going to be first to the top middle portion of the map, which is going to be next, so they have control. 8 seconds left. Pittsburgh Knights seconds away from ending game number 1.
I think this is it. Nobody's alive in the middle of the map right now. Hill's only got a few more moments left on it. 1 second, it's going to spawn. Nobody's in the area close enough. All 3 players are still coming off of respawn. DeToX has gone down. RushieZ is going to go in for the revive. It's not in time. It is not enough. Pittsburgh Knights continue a trail of dominance here on Sunday. They end United's run, and they are on their way to ending RushieZ as they go up 1-0.
Thinking about that moment, you calling him the brick defense for the team of PK. I was thinking when that crossed, I was like, who is that from PK that is just not dying, staying alive, and just being so annoying? The Pittsburgh Knights come out hot in map number 1, so it's going to be up to RushieZ here to really answer the call. Clocktower is going to be the next map, Colin, and we know how both of these teams like to play almost all weekend long, though. I think the biggest difference from the regular season until now is Raver overall on the map, how the overall strategy plays. He's done a hell of a lot more flanks this weekend alone, and the craziest thing to me, everybody's watching it, but nobody's stopping it.
It's almost like the Pittsburgh Knights were holding on to this play style until the major. I mean, we saw them in Pro League. We saw them in E-Days. It was like they just played heads up with everybody. They pushed right back against every single player that they found themselves in a fight with. And this weekend, rolling back, lancering out. I think the most impressive stand for me, I'm going to have to go back into the broadcast, get a clip of it, and put it out there on Twitter so people understand just how awesome Pittsburgh played that map 1. There was a moment on the top left hill, that library hill. SuMuNs, he was on the corner waiting to either shoot around it or back A off of it. One or the other, it didn't matter. We actually get to see it right there. There was a player right behind him standing up lancering. Not in cover lancering out, standing straight up at a perfect 90-degree angle and lancering all 3 of those players. We have preached it since the dawn of time. If you are willing to lancer for your teammates will get more kills. You will dominate the hills. You will dominate map position. Pittsburgh Knights, they did it to perfection. They were looking like a 12 out of 10 on a scale.
You know what's scary to think about right now? You got to think. You got to think back to when the last time the Pittsburgh Knights were looking this dominant, especially kind of start the series. Monkeyz was playing out of his mind during that Pro League. To start it off, I think it was like a 3.0, maybe even 4.0 KDA to go through. He is matching that same energy here this week, and especially on Championship Sunday. He helped Raver kind of solidify it against United early on. And and he was a big portion of their offense here against RushieZ on that map number 1. And I don't expect anything different, because on that Clocktower map against United, even though it was Raver creating a lot of the distractions with those flanks, the damage was very, very heavily on the side of Monkeyz. He was making sure no player of United felt comfortable or safe to make a play. There was always be a risk associated with trying to move forward. And I expect that same dominant Monkeyz performance if Pittsburgh Knights is looking to not only take this matchup, but the entire event this weekend.
Blaze has always preached, which is just pick your fight, be confident in it, do whatever you have to do to win that fight, but go out on your own terms.
I'd said it yesterday when we were watching, I think it was Vanquish versus Hive, I believe. After that map number 1, Hive was looking sad. They were looking lonely down there without an answer in the world to what was going on. But I said, when you flip to that map number 2, especially on Clocktower, there are many different options. Like I said, flex plays are going for those downs, going for those snipers. But whatever move it is going to make, Blaze is right. You need to be very, very proactive in playing your style of game instead of being reactive to whatever they're doing. Because if you're playing reactive, more than likely you're 1, maybe 2 steps behind of what's going on in the game, and you're just relying on one of your players coming up clutch, hitting a necessary shot. And you don't want to rely on that. You don't want to put all your eggs into having to come up clutch. You want to play that team collective effort the entirety of the way through. So to me, this is a big match for RushieZ, because Pittsburgh Knights, if they can get that momentum going, they're going to be like a steamroller to look out for.
Well, here we go into round number 1 as we begin to load into it. Rolling out a spawn. Both teams getting ready to take their advantage. We'll take a look here over the overhead map, see who goes down. It looks like RushieZ is going to send all 4 up, now 3. One player is going to make sure that Raver's not coming on a flank. All 4 players for the Pittsburgh Knights going up top. Here comes the overload, the push for the sniper rifle. Dezo doesn't even get downed once trying to get it out. He gets a free shot off. He gets all his health back. And RushieZ now has to readjust into the fight. Long shot has been given up. Body shot there to the backside of the map. There's a down onto DeToX. Avexys trying to bounce around in the prison, trying to find one. The one down has already been revived. The second one comes through, third and a fourth. Finished off with a headshot. Pittsburgh Knights pick up right where they left off.
From host spot to host spot, he looked them dead in the eyes before he pressed that trigger and ended his life. A great first round from PK. And to me, I could be 100% wrong when I say this, Colin, but I'm going to say it with 100% confidence. That round looked 100% like RushieZ was playing reactionary. Icy waited down low, expecting that flank to come through, and that's one of the things that he has to look out for. But man, it was a little bit slow to go up top. They let the sniper go through, and it was just all PK.
Raver now throwing the smoke out.
A little different.
Oh, I like that from Raver. Having the snub out right there, giving him a lot of body damage on that player, playing on that midline. Now you're going to see the one down come through for the RushieZ players. They're going to get you in a 3v4 situation now, and it looks like RushieZ might actually back out, send a player down low, maybe even 4 of those frag grenades, trying to go on a possible little flank or a rotation. There's the pull-up. Icy will be called out. They know he's down there. They can hear his footsteps. I love when it got so quiet for just a moment that Icy, you could hear him kind of trouncing around the stairwell. 3 players for Pittsburgh pulling up onto the sniper rifle. A down on Monkeyz comes through. There's the extra shots on. They lined him up like a set of bowling pins. They threw 1 12-pound ball, had a little bit of curve on it. That thing got knocked all the way down. That's an X on the scoreboard, baby.
Yeah, they just got funneled in towards that sniper. And to me, don't know what else they can do there besides slowly kind of lose the round. But take note, the hill, if it does go to overtime, is going to be the bottom middle of the map. And if both these teams send 4 up top and they stalemate it, that's when you're going to have to think of an alternative strategy to go through. But I don't think this one has slowed down just yet. Here comes the flank. Icy is ready this time around. Lancer from the top. Raver is becoming a target. He goes down early. Icy's going to get first blood for RushieZ.
Now you see Icy, that beautiful first blood on to Raver will give them a man advantage. Another down comes through. 2 players left alive for the Knights. There's another pickup and another revive up to Monkeyz. Monkeyz is going to get the call out. Pulls over to the Nasher, but gets shut down. Excuse me. Avexys gets shut down as Monkeyz flies at him. Monkeyz turns. He's going to try to burn. He's bouncing around those stairs. Not many places you can go, though, once you're stuck on a set of those stairs. 2 rounds in a row for RushieZ on their campaign back to try to tie it up 1-1.
This is where I begin to wonder for PK, that strat that's been working all weekend long, not only has it been stuffed, it cost them that first blood, which basically cost them a round. You see those 3 players immediately try to bull rush up top to try to get those eliminations, but Icy was there. Everybody was ready and on point on the side of RushieZ to make that play go through, and time it's RushieZ and RushieZ. They're going for that down low play. They're trying to get the frags. And this is where they're going to try to use their numbers up top for PK. They're either going to try to push across and try to get the elimination if they get it down, or go for the sniper. But they make a blunder of a mistake. Dezonide hiccups to pick up that sniper to cost him his life. Double kill from RushieZ. Now Raver stuck in no man's land. 1v3 situation. Lands a great shot onto Avexys, but Icy is there to save the day. 1v4 situation. I don't know if someone's going to be able to play. He's been playing good all weekend long, but 1v4, so hard to overcome. 3 in a row, tic-tac-toe. RushieZ has a massive lead.
And RushieZ has got to use this lead to their advantage. One of the things that we've noticed a lot of times on execution this weekend is once a team gets a couple of rounds in a row, they get a couple of rounds lead, they start to play a little bit passive. And it's basically because they know that the onus is then on their opponents to win these rounds and a lot less on them to not lose them. I think if RushieZ can continue to hold on to that theory, continue to hold on to that close to home and force Pittsburgh Knights to win these rounds, it'll be a much better station for them. Icy down low, just body checking Raver again. It's basically just having somebody there to make sure he doesn't get free reign, free run. 3v3 up top. SuMuNs pokes out momentarily to try to figure out where players from stationed up. RushieZ might have gone for a few shots there. A flash comes out. No damage being dealt to the point of a down just yet. Raver almost got angled out there. Icy's actually moved up. One frag comes out. Icy, he pushes up in the up A, gets body shotted twice. Raver hits a third shot now. Raver's called for the help. I like this. Raver called for the help, but RushieZ didn't react fast enough. They didn't know it, or they didn't see it. Now you see Dezo almost down, almost red. Doesn't go down and dead. RushieZ cleaned up. 2v4, now 4v1. Avexys, he goes down. Pittsburgh Knights with a definitive team round come away with a big win.
Raver is doing almost what he wants, when he wants to do it. He's playing down low, faked Icy out for a moment, but then he went ahead and threw his flash across, stunned Icy to get positioning in towards the nades, grabbed the nades, and just kind of toys with him in the end. And like you saw, 2v1. RushieZ a little slow to react there. Up 3-2 still. You still got to think the momentum is not shifted over just yet. Both players still toying with each other down low. That mark is going to be the biggest thing. Icy's going to react first. He gets marked out. Now they're going to see what Raver's going to do. He's going for a flank down low. PK needs to find a way to survive. Dezonide is going to go down first. Revive back up. RushieZ gets caught slipping. That is big. Icy gets it down onto Raver. Catches the flank through. Back-to-back kills coming through from PK, though, as Avexys and DeToX will fall. Icy, 1v2 situation. He's going to go against the snipers, rotate down low, try to pick up those frags, and he actually doesn't go for the frags, and I think that's going to be the biggest blunder here. The frags have been his saving grace, trying to figure out a way to separate these players, but Monkeyz with the high ground, SuMuNs with the low ground. Icy is going to need a miracle to come out on top.
Icy pushing back up top. He's going to get headshotted there. No miracle coming through for him right now. That'll be a down and dead. Now is the momentum shifted.
No, maybe. I was going to say no, but then I saw a donut. Even though, like, stats don't sell the picture, especially when that donut has 10 assists. 10 assists for your team. And I always highlight things like that, not to downplay the eliminations, but just to always show how much damage you can do, how much of a force you can be without getting eliminations. It's not all about slayers, ladies and gentlemen. Support players, flex players, they deserve love too. And honestly, when it slows down, those players are the ones doing a lot of that damage. Avexys goes down first to Monkeyz over the top. Monkeyz taking a bit of damage, but he was trying to affect that fight down low. Dezonide pushing across, able to get that first blood onto RushieZ, but gets stunned out, taken out. 3v3 is going to ensue, but SuMuNs use that as a distraction to go ahead and get that sniper and rotate it out. Monkeyz takes position towards the top.
Icy dead.
Whew, that was a good headshot though.
DeToX goes back up to the top of the stairs. He gets easily killed out from the back right corner of Avexys. He's going to get shot on and meleeed down and then taken out. 3 rounds in a row for the Pittsburgh Knights. 4-3 in the scoreline. 2 more rounds for Knights to go up 2-0 over RushieZ here in these losers semifinals.
That's who it is, Avexys. One of the things you guys got to know about situations, too, with the elimination, Avexys won't get many kills in this map. He's a phenomenal slayer, you guys know him to be. But the position he's playing in a host spot, he's solidifying himself as kind of the anchor, the lancer, the damage of the team. Very, very similar to Monkeyz of sorts on the side of PK, but Monkeyz is switching on over to secondary to push through to get those eliminations. But you see a 2 down low strat coming through. RushieZ throwing some nades from down low up top. I've always told people Pro League long, you can make that angle come through, but a trade. 3v3 is going to ensue. The high ground goes over to the Pittsburgh Knights. They have the damage. They're pushing RushieZ back, and they're going to go ahead and use that distraction as a way to get the sniper yet again, and they've been pretty deadly with this weapon.
You know what the caveat is to use those nades from underneath, don't you?
That they have to go through the hole and not bounce back down at you?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's a caveat. That's something you got to be worried about whenever you try to throw him up through that hole. Look, maybe Rush should have handed him off to Icy. Icy's been a baseball player in his life, man. He might have had a better arm throwing him up through that hole. If he was trying to get a good throw in like Ken Griffey Jr. from center field, get somebody out at the plate, I mean, he might have needed that. Look, Kenny Lofton from right field action, man. It could have been, or left field, excuse me. Kenny Lofton, left fielder for the Cleveland Indians back in the day. But anyway, I digress.
If you know RushieZ, though, on that one, you know exactly what he said in that situation, too. Anybody who actually knows RushieZ, maybe Vor is in the chat, Mortified, he said, oh, I choked instantly as that nade bounced back at him, because he knows how important it was, and it wasn't even like really a choke. He didn't kill himself, he didn't eliminate himself, he didn't fluster his team or anything of the sort. It's just knowing RushieZ, those are the exact words. He's gonna slow down though. Dezonide with the sniper, no utility in anyone's hands other than Avexys, which could play an important role as overtime is going to come up in 25 seconds. Oh, do you remember where it's at?
I think it's middle.
Out middle or
round
middle?
Seven? Hold on, round 7. Down, up, middle, down, up, middle. No, it shouldn't. Yeah, it's up. Never mind. I thought it was... I'm trying to remember the exact rotation. That's why I always have to do it in that situation. Good little shot out. Frag grenades are going to be coming up. Big first body shot on a Dezo. Dezo gets the help, though. Dezo gets the help. First nade out. Second nade out. Gets the kill after the cleanup. Into the hill goes Avexys. Going to be pushed back against the tide. Good shot there on a car, and here comes the revive. One shot on. Another shot on. RushieZ. They win the overtime hill. They tied up 4-4. We got ourselves a best of 3 coming up, Jacob.
That flank there from RushieZ was big, too, because that was a distraction. Even though he got taken out, that flank is what led to that icy grenade. It led to what this positioning was. That player towards the back pillar, and Raver knew he was the only hope to push that player out. And then RushieZ, they already were there. It was just like shooting fish in a barrel. They were able to hold their angles, hold their shots, and just light them up to perfection. Down low strat once more coming through from RushieZ on the other side this time. That's going to be the first time they're running this strat. I do believe on this side of the map, one grenade coming through from down low. He dodges that flash to perfection. DeToX. Everybody better take notes of that angle.
I was gonna say he looked straight down. He's like, if I don't see it, it didn't happen. I promise you. RushieZ has died though down low. I believe Raver actually got him going on a bit of a flank. And now Raver's gonna get picked up. Avexys if he goes down here, that's too big of a trade. Nobody's there. There's the quick pickup. There's the second. They got both of them back alive. 3v3 on the map, but SuMuNs with a sniper rifle. And he's already gotten a couple kills with it. He's looking to get another one here. First body shot onto him. Won't be enough to really make him worry about his life. Monkeyz, torque bow in hand. He's gonna pull back up to that mid truck. SuMuNs is looking across the map. They get the angle out on Avexys. SuMuNs waiting for him to take that corner. You talked about it last night, Jacob, when you and I got a chance to play a few games together. You said, man, I love just pre-aiming those corners that people are going to take. I love just popping heads because I know exactly where they're going to land.
The up A animation, the misroll animation is kind of the same depending on the direction you're at. You just pre-aim that cover, man. You're going to hit that shot. That's honestly what a lot of these players actually do for the most part, unless they're going for some wild styling and profiling play here. But with the hill was up top last round, you got to imagine it is down low. Otherwise, I would say PK, they could definitely push up top. They could try to regain some control, but there's no point for that to happen. It's going to be RushieZ that has to fight for the position down low on the map. They have 2 players matched up against the other 2 players of PK in this situation. Monkeyz is going to be sitting out wide with that torque bow. He's going to have 1 player across from him. And with that torque bow, he's going to be able to get that splash damage to try to keep PayPal out of the hill with that angle. But this is going to be an interesting one as he does play down. RushieZ trying to push, like I said. They need the position down low. 1 player, and Icy goes towards the middle. DeToX gets that elimination on the SuMuNs. Monkeyz in a 2v1. Dezonide makes the play. They're starting to get this gap to come through, and they get it! Colin, they snuck it through away from RushieZ!
RushieZ did it last round. PK does it this round, and they take the lead. Now Pittsburgh Knights 1 round away from a 2-0 victory lead over the side of RushieZ. Let's take a look at these last few moments. 5 seconds left. SuMuNs is getting challenged up in the hill. Melee'd down. 2 more players playing out toward the hill. Monkeyz, he's going to sneak in behind that van. The other 2 players from RushieZ don't get the touch. They go for the double shot. And, oh, goodness gracious. Good God almighty. It was just as exhilarating the second time around. Let's come in to this next round, round number 10 here. RushieZ needs an answer. They got to tie it up so they can do a round 11. Pittsburgh Knights, though, I said in the pregame, even if it goes to a round 11, this is Pittsburgh Knights round to lose and map to lose. Flash out by Dezo at his feet. DeToX will have picked up the sniper now. Change of momentum, change of pacing for RushieZ. They go for the long shot this time. DeToX is going to have to use it to find a body shot somewhere. Be able to pick somebody up. Icy went out toward the backside of the van. Frags are in the hand now, down low. Second down, won't be able to come through. It looks like they might actually push out the long shot. Getting tagged up with the snub, turns, is going to try to burn him. Monkeyz! Monkeyz again! He's too good! He's too great! Put the man on him! Oh, good gracious! Keep it on Monkeyz, don't leave him! Oh, I don't care! None of this matters because Monkeyz is alive on the map! And he got another kill and we didn't see it! Monkeyz is the MVP! I don't give a damn dang! Monkeyz wins that game for them right there against RushieZ. They go up 2-0. That's 6-4. Monkeyz, are you a believer yet in him? He's too goddamn good at the vintage game for himself.
Just like yesterday in their victory, Monkeyz does it yet again. 10,000 damage and a 2-0 lead over RushieZ underneath their belt. Can they come back? Can RushieZ reach another grand finals? We'll take a quick commercial break. After this, we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gears Esports Championship Sunday in the Summer Major. We are in the middle of a RushieZ versus Pittsburgh Knights losers semifinals. Winner moves on to face another life. Loser, well, they got to turn their box off and probably look around whatever room they've been playing in.
I feel like I've seen this episode, though, before, Colin. PK going down to the lower bracket. I wouldn't say early, but going down to the lower bracket and just waking up and just being a dominant force. And usually they end up with a top 3, maybe even top 4 placing at the end of the day. They already got top 4 secured. So they're looking for top 3, even that all Latin American finals at the end of the day. 2-0 lead. Man, some of these rounds like this coming down to the wire, and you got to think, last round, it might be this one right here to where we see it, where Monkeyz is able to steal this round away. Both of them just at the edge of the circle, Colin. And they let him sneak that round through, and then back-to-back, Monkeyz makes the play, destroying the sniper player. It's just impressive work from PK. That is championship caliber performance.
I mean, you said we've seen this before. I don't know if we have. I'm gonna say this, and people are gonna talk their talk, and they're gonna say whatever they want about me. But the PK I know, the Pittsburgh Knights that I know and have seen and at times loved, when they lose those 2 maps back to back to E United, you might as well just turn the box off. It's over. The fact that they answered that bell tells me that they got a shot today. They have got the heart right here, right now. This is their best opportunity. Simple fight all map long. Horn or not, you are going to have to make sure you win that mid fight.
Especially since we know how fast, if you kind of get wiped off of that middle fight, you can get triple cap dominated. 2 players usually rush over to kind of decap the hill. 1 player flanks to win that 1v1 with the rest of the team, especially when there's no weapons on the map. And one of the things in the history of Escalation Harbor, PK, whether they were Ronin, whether they were Ghost Gaming, they were one of the teams that they loved to play this map, especially Dezonide. But you got the 1-2 punch combo we were talking about early on. Monkeyz, Raver trying to go to the top side of the map, but Dezonide, a quick, sneaky play off the bat. They're going for that Mr. Krabs play. They're going to get a decap onto one, a 3B hill onto the other, but he's getting challenged by DeToX on one side of the map and gets shut down by Avexys with a flank. A great start to PK to keep RushieZ guessing.
Here we go into the second portion of this round. Great initial by the Pittsburgh Knights. 2 up top, 1 through the mid lane, and 1 down low. The players from RushieZ are basically stuck in the middle of the map, trying to rotate around, trying to roll back and help one another out. Meanwhile, we'll see SuMuNs down low. He'll roll out, try to get onto that mid line with Monkeyz. Dezonide's going to pick up this mid lane, and he's going to have an extra Lancer angle over the top. Monkeyz, if anybody, as soon as Avexys tries to stand up and shoot back, he will get tagged up from that mid line. Somebody's going to have to win a fight
defend him too. Look at the way they're set up, though. Raver's going to go ahead and defend Dezonide if anybody pushes him through the middle, which would be that player in Avexys if he gets the call from his team, depending on how much damage the spot goes out, though. Players rotating up top. Monkeyz gets caught out. It looks like someone's going to fall as well. Doesn't get that revive off. So PK, they lose 2 players towards the bottom half of the map. RushieZ beginning to swarm, trying to go for that triple cap domination. A stutter step coming through from Dezonide, not knowing if he wants to go forward or backward. Separation is just enough for SuMuNs to go down. Triple cap domination is going to be reversed, and RushieZ pull it back.
Beautiful first round by RushieZ. They get absolutely bamboozled in the opening few moments with the strategic call by the Pittsburgh Knights. They come back and on a full sweep, make it across the map, make it in for the triple cap domination. Going into round number 2 here.
I feel like that works. They throw smokes at the winch. They just had flashes up top, both Monkeyz and Raver. If they throw smokes to cloud what the fight is going to be, I feel like that works.
There's always a chance, but you know the old saying, Jacob.
I love always a chance. 1 in a million is good odds for me.
I was gonna say, you
Better
talk
than
about
0 in a million.
You talk about, if they had done this, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. You know how it is.
I mean, it's normally Christmas in July is okay. What about Christmas in
August?
In August. Beginning of September. My birthday month coming up.
Let's go. Anyway, we're back to the winch fight here. 2 players trying to stand up at the bottom side. Dezo will come out on the flank. He's going to get one down. DeToX, RushieZ trying to hold court here, trying to play defensively. DeToX on the getting revived by RushieZ. DeToX going for the up A to try to get 1 kill. That's 3 down and dead for RushieZ. And once again, thankfully, though, Icy has won his 1v1 over toward the B hill, but 1 player from PK is in the area. Monkeyz will get the revive, and now 2 players from the Pittsburgh Knights are down here. Be SuMuNs along next to a teammate here in Monkeyz. They will have control over the B hill momentarily. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, same old song and dance. Knights will come away with a 2-1 hill advantage, and they will set up defensively to try to hold off RushieZ in a retake situation.
Luckily for them, this is the early portions of this game, though, so the score is not going to be out of line just yet. They have a good amount of time to try to figure out where they want to push, and it does look like it's going to be towards the top half of the map. They have 2 players stacked there. It's kind of flex between Avexys and RushieZ. Depending on what they see, RushieZ takes the brunt of that damage. Bait and switch to go through. Both of those players actually go down. Great Lancers from Dezonide and Monkeyz. Those kills going to be cleaned up. An angle coming through from Monkeyz as well from the side. RushieZ tries to be the hero. He gets taken out along with DeToX. This could be a triple cap domination. Monkeyz spots out Icy, one of the lone members of RushieZ. In that moment, he gets taken down. No trades to come through. Avexys is going to get taken down as well. Stopped short of the hill. Pittsburgh Knights answer back. 1 round apiece here in map number 3.
Tied up 1-1 going into the 3rd round here on map number 3. RushieZ have to win this one to keep their tournament hopes alive. If not, they will be done for this one in this championship Sunday. Bulltox out for both squads. Take a look over the stats. Dezonide almost to 5k damage with 5 kills, but 2 deaths to his name, so he's putting himself in a couple of precarious positions.
I don't think they're going to be used out of the gate. I think that's kind of cemented itself as a strategy. It's more of like a secondary weapon in terms of you pick it up after you get eliminated, after you're coming off a respawn to really try to make a difference. First round coming through. No more trick strats, just an all-out war. Monkeyz controlling top half of the map. I think that's Raver and Dezonide through the middle, but Dezonide plays that flex, tries to go up top, making that sneaky play, but gets taken out. Monkeyz able to get it down on 1, but that's just to create separation. He can't finish that elimination off. Raver with a flank yet again. He gets shut down along with Monkeyz. PK gets separated on that initial. SuMuNs finds himself all by him lonesome, trying to push back. Icy, wow, SuMuNs prolonging this one. Yet again, has another target in front of him. Can he survive? No matter what happens here, he bought enough time for his teammates to at least get a shot at that hill.
Now they're trying to push back. Dezo will get their home hill back momentarily. RushieZ will have the 2-1 hill set up. They have the kill there onto SuMuNs, finally letting him bleed out on the bottom of the map. 3 players alive for the side of the Pittsburgh Knights. They're going to push toward that top winch. They've got 1 person up top. Just waiting on the pushback by the Pittsburgh Knights here. 2 players now, 1 at the winch, 1 at the stern. They're going to rotate the other 2 down low. Raver will have the power position here, if you ask me. He'll be able to Lancer down, and RushieZ will not be able to challenge up into that hill if he tries to fight back against them if Raver is there at the winch lancering down.
You already see. They're trying to at least try to stack one side of the map. 3 players down low for the Pittsburgh Knights. Monkeyz is by himself. And you got to know RushieZ absolutely has that information, and it's vital that they push up. They have to try to push Monkeyz down. take their numbers advantage while they can, because the rest of PK, they're moving, they're grooving, trying to find this elimination onto RushieZ. Great help over the top. SuMuNs cleans up that kill. Now he's going for that angle. Raver spots out the next one. Another down coming through. This is becoming to look dangerous for the side of RushieZ as another player spotted out. Raver goes down, though. That retro doing a ton of damage. DeToX is going to clean that one up, but Dezonide not backing down just yet. RushieZ spawning back up. SuMuNs figuring out a way to survive. He pulls out his Lancer out of shotgun ammo, and it gets taken out. Dezonide with the flank yet again. Triple cap domination scenario. He should go down here, but he did a ton of damage. No points being scored for RushieZ in this moment. The win condition off the top, back into the side of Knights, and Monkeyz gets caught out as well. This is not good. This is RushieZ's opportunity to push forward and regain control.
PK Raver trying to push up here toward the B hill. He's going to throw out his flash. Going to try to get the early stun here. 2 more players from the Knights rotating in. Trying to just help out Raver on the bottom side of the map. Here comes the fight. DeToX bouncing back and forth. Good Lancer fire, though. I love that. He sits down. He forces the player to go down as well. It's going to open up things for them to push back across. But look at the way the Pittsburgh Knights are playing together. Beautiful little flank there on the Monkeyz. Monkeyz, he's going to push toward the home hill. Just a few more seconds to go. Right. They're going to have to lose his hill. They got 2 in the hill, now 3 in the hill. There's going to be a triple cap domination retake by the Pittsburgh Knights. They come away with it and go up 2-0.
I got to ask you a question, Colin. If that happens to you, are you deflated if you're RushieZ, or are you motivated to come back stronger? It's a dumb question. I feel like I know the answer.
Always deflated.
It's just a momentum. They pulled the rug right out from underneath them. Oh, this is just horrific. It's like watching a nightmare if you're a fan of RushieZ. Everything that they've been doing right almost all weekend long, all season long, accumulating to this, and just those simple mistakes costing them in the end. Shock grenade is going to be upgraded, and even though most of the time both the teams run past this, similar to the retro, some teams kind of grab it, they block off a passageway on toward that wench and get aggressive elsewhere. And that's where you see different strategies already, Colin.
Raver, he's going to come back toward the middle. Winch now throwing his flash out. He's got 1 player challenging up against him. 2 players from RushieZ go up to the top side of the stern. They're going to be able to Lancer down on these 2 players. They have to push through into the other side of the map. Raver already moving up onto Avexys. Nobody was there to back him up, so they don't end up getting any downs here. Monkeyz has a beautiful shock right into the cubby corner where Avexys would be sitting. He's going to get tagged up, almost goes down. Thankfully gets into the moment.
You need to push down that ramp. They need a 2v1 Monkeyz. Yes, they're going to go ahead and try to start that one to come through. Monkeyz backing up. He doesn't have any help just yet, but he's just an immovable object. Getting that down onto RushieZ. He's continuing to pour out that damage. He knows he has to reposition because he's giving up that angle. 2v1 ensuing on the other side of the map. Monkeyz goes down, but they continue to save this round. That is going to be Dezonide and Raver on the other side of the map, claiming the RushieZ home hill. They have a chance here, though. 1 player is going to come off spawn and SuMuNs. Monkeyz did get staggered out, so SuMuNs has to wait here for a few seconds. RushieZ, it's like shooting fish barrel. They got the angles. They're beginning to go ahead and form a sandwich, downing these players out. Icy gets another one. Both of those players are going to fall, get staggered out again. SuMuNs here is becoming a target. 3 players are going to get taken out. This is not looking good for PK. Triple cap domination in a short moment if they can hold on, but Monkeyz reaches the hill, which is good.
And Monkeyz will be in there. He's got the decap on the... He's got the decap and the retake there on their own home hill, and they're going to be able to mount back up here. Once again, this is a situation where the Knights were just in this same spot just a round ago, and were able to turn the tides and get a triple cap domination right back into the face of RushieZ. Looks like RushieZ is hoping to set up here and stop that from happening. Tied up 2-2 going into the second half.
At this point, I feel like a lead for RushieZ does not matter. How close can you get? We're getting the rug pulled out from underneath you. Dezonide goes a little bit too aggressive, but he's going to have the help, the backup there for Monkeyz. They need to be on point with these revives. Communication as well. 2 players down low trying to defend B, but PK is going to get inside that one as well. They have the win condition under 1 for RushieZ, but it has to go through uncontested, and they're getting swarmed. RushieZ figures out a way to break free. That is going to be big in terms of success here. Getting that Lancer over the top. Triple cap domination, though. He needs to kill ahead and continue to put out that damage. Revives are not there. Dezonide and the rest of PK push through, and they secure yet another round. I thought that was going to be a great angle from RushieZ, but nobody else on his team is able to pick up those eliminations.
I'm not going to lie. I thought RushieZ was going for the Rushman special. Just go straight to the Pittsburgh Knights home hill.
What happens when you hesitate, though?
See you later. And he ends up standing up to shoot back. And Knights here 3-1 up. 2 rounds away from a 3-0. Not a 3-1. Not a 3-2. Not a round 11 map 5. This thing is a 3-0 over RushieZ, who everybody and their grandmama has been talking about how strong they have been all split long, and it looks like they might go out with a whimper rather than a roar.
Question Pittsburgh Knights so much throughout the course of the regular season. What's going wrong? They need to find themselves. Just a lot of errors being made, but this weekend they shut up a lot of the haters so far. Big win towards that bottom half of the map as they lost the top half. That was going to be Monkeyz getting taken out by Avexys. 2v1 here for a short moment. Icy's just taking his time to rotate. He can't give up this hill for free because he threatens giving it up, but that's going to cost us some crucial time. That's a 4v1 on that side of the map. Avexys, tons of information. He survives. That's going to be great. It's going to be a tool they can use for a retake if they want it. They have different plans. They stretch home hill to home hill. They use those ample seconds that they were able to get the lead early on to go ahead and get the second hill back under their control. Ooh, I might have spoke too soon, though.
They're going to have to put both players in the hill if they want to get a cap. Because of the angles that the Knights have right now, the player on winch plus the 2 players closer to the home, they're going to have too good of an angle. But I think what RushieZ has realized is that they will win if it stays 1-1 here. So it's going to force the Knights into a fight, whether it be trying to get a decap at D or try to get their home hill back. They have to get something to work out kind of in their favor. Dezo has moved up here, and I like this. That Dezo's not really engaging. He's calling out Raver to get the 90-degree angle so that if they do push up to Dezo, they're going to Lancer them down, and they're going to get 2 kills there. Monkeyz, he'll push up momentarily. This is a picture-perfect setup. I mean, this is going to be a great retake. I think Pittsburgh has all that they need, all the utility in the world to win this because of the angles that they have across the map, because of the way that they can shoot back against the tide. Pittsburgh is going to be able to finish this cap, and there ain't much anybody can do about it, but a beautiful headshot from Icy will shut down one player. They need the next one now to be able to get this kill. There's the downs on the opposite side of the map. RushieZ has won one fight at least, trying to win another one. They got to delay this out now. You see it's going to be a 3v1 on the map until this second player from PK comes back off. Raver, he knows that Avexys is about to be back off a respawn. 1 second left. There's Avexys. He's going to tag him up with a snub, and Raver's going to have to run away from that fight. Here comes a flash. All 3 players from Pittsburgh are going to be coming back to the home hill, back to this fight. And RushieZ didn't take advantage trying to rotate back up to the top or try to get on a flank of Raver. They tried to stay in their setup, and I think it's come back to bite them, Jacob. I think this might be the turning point for Pittsburgh Knights.
I wholeheartedly agree here. A couple of players going down from RushieZ at the wrong time. Triple cap domination could ensue for a moment, but Avexys and another teammate towards the top half of the map, keeping this one alive. But 2 hills to none for a few short seconds is enough to go ahead and reclaim that lead here. Multiple eliminations still going their way. DeToX by himself. DeToX back on respawn. Icy feeling that same bull talk he was dishing out. Him and RushieZ working together. They're trying to save this round. They get that decap, which is important, but now they need that capture. They need that second hill, or they need a triple neutralization. RushieZ did his job on that side of the map. He's getting the help that he's needed with Icy yet again. But it's going to come down to DeToX and Avexys towards the top half of the map. But they escape. Monkeyz is making a RushieZ life play. Monkeyz turning into a rat to go ahead and sneak past enemy lines. But 2 hills in favor of RushieZ. They're getting the scoreline back into their favor. Eliminations at the end, though. Back down to the wire. He is uncontested. They're still scoring points. RushieZ will escape this round by the hairs on their chinny chin to take it back from the Pittsburgh Knights.
3-2. RushieZ answer back. They got to tie it up here soon or they will go down. This is, again, a beautiful play by Pittsburgh. Everything boiling down to these last few moments. RushieZ rotating around. Little roadie strafe gets the first down, and the meat shield comes through. Snubbed by SuMuNs. Finishes off the meat shield, but RushieZ with the 2 big shots in that highlight reel play. Just picture perfect.
Retro's topside, Shock's bottom side. This is so evenly matched on. That's why you guys in the chat have not heard us mention a power weapon going down once. It's too risky at this stage in the game. You're not guaranteed a victory in any of these initials, in any moment of the match. And in an instant, things can go wrong or even right. RushieZ becomes a target early on, though. Lots of damage and flashes over the top. He goes down. Revives are through. Monkeyz and Raver, the dynamic duo, strike again on that initial. Avexys by his lonesome. He's trying to do what he can, but 2v1 on one side. He's getting flanked on the other. Tries to go for a quick turn to try to burn Raver, but he gets Dezonide instead. He's doing a lot here to survive, trying to thrive, but he finally gets taken out. And I think that loss of the player, it might actually help the Pittsburgh Knights, to be honest, because now that player is going to go ahead and spawn up, and he's going to be able to read the play through the middle of the map.
Flashes out. Monkeyz trying to play defense here. 2 players arise coming up that stairwell. Here comes a third. They're both going to take that mid-winch pillar. Monkeyz still has a great angle. There's one down. They're going to down another one. Beautiful shot. That'll finish off both of those kills. 1 player left for RushieZ, and this should be shut down. This should be a dominant defense by Pittsburgh. 2 times in a row. Dezo down low. He'll call out the last player. Avexys at the home hill. Lancering out over the top, trying to stop Dezonide from coming in from the front side. Here comes the flash just to try to stun him out. Avexys has to pull back, shot over the top. RushieZ now will challenge up against Dezo. Won't be able to get the down with the snub just yet. Dezo bouncing around, going to try to make a miracle happen. Goes for the straight line, gets taken down. 2 more players left alive for the Pittsburgh Knights. It's going to be a 1v1 toward the stern. Raver, he's going to be holding Icy off for as long as he can. Here comes the second player. 2v1 at the home hill. Good down there on the Monkeyz, but the revives are going to start coming through. Here comes the respawns. Players 3 and 4. Dezo and SuMuNs got to pick a fight. They got to pick an area to attack. Looks like they're going to go for the winch here. Just 4 seconds left. Can they get into the hill? SuMuNs is about to roll in. Gets the touch. Gets the down on the RushieZ. Icy all by his lonesome in a 3v1. Quick cleanup and a quick kill. The 2-to-1 hill advantage will go in favor of RushieZ, but with only 2 players left alive, it's going to be hard and tough sledding for these 2 players to play defense here at the D hill.
They're just so quick to rotate back towards their side of the map. They're making the safe, smart route. Raver with that side cross, going to get both of those eliminations. Get the hill right back as they continue to rack up the scoreline. RushieZ going for a reaction shot, trying to catch anybody hiding. He can kill 2 players, maybe even 3 players trying to rush up. RushieZ trying to buy some time with that flash, create some separation. He's going to get a little help, but is it too late? He gets the up A, able to get one. Icy instantly gets shut down, though. RushieZ going to fall immediately after. No points being scored for RushieZ. This is looking like Pittsburgh Knights are in full control. And if you notice, Dezonide, he decapped that hill and just ran and say, I don't need it. You need it more than I do. I'm just wasting your time.
Shots across the middle with a retro now. DeToX is being settled down. Just under 9 seconds to go. Here comes the retake by RushieZ. They're going to try to push in, but there's nowhere really for them to go. All the Lancer angles, all the extra damage from the Pittsburgh Knights. Too good, too great. There it is. Shut down. It's over. 4-2. Pittsburgh Knights 1 round away from sending E United and then RushieZ home and awaiting the loser of Fire and Ice and Vanquish in that loser's final matchup. They have played scintillating up to this point.
To be the man, Colin, you got to beat the man, and that's what the Pittsburgh Knights are looking to do here. You talk about the players or the teams that they've been able to beat. And if they take out RushieZ, they go up against the loser of Fire and Ice and VQ next. And obviously, if they take that player out, they go up against the winner. They have to run the gauntlet on the side of the Knights if they're looking to take this entire event. Instants being upgraded, shot grenades towards the low side. This is a make or break round for RushieZ here.
Here comes the pushback from everybody. Pushing up into the middle of the map. It's going to be a 3v3 here over the winch in round number 7. Flashes out. Raver will get tagged up a little bit. RushieZ tries to pull up onto him, but Raver hits 2 big body shots, gets the down, and the finish there. DeToX, he's going to be alive here, but momentarily he's going to have to try to find 1 fight, 1 kill, 1 down, something. All 3 players from the Knights, they're going to rotate down to the bottom side of the winch. They're going to get it down into DeToX. Avexys has yet to pull up into the fight. He stayed up top to Lancer out, trying to give his teammate the extra damage and the angles to make the fights much easier. Another down comes through, but Monkeyz quickly on the rotation, goes to the 90-degree, gets the down. That'll get them the kill, and that'll get them the 2-to-1 hill advantage and the point lead here early in round 7.
And it looks like they got the green light to go with those 2 eliminations. They have a 4v2 advantage. They have the crosses. They have the angles. They have Icy down. They have Icy out. Players being funneled through. SuMuNs with an instant, blocking the path, dealing damage. This could be it. The Pittsburgh Knights secure the map victory and take the series 3-0 over RushieZ, eliminating them from the tournament.
What a fantastic display by the Pittsburgh Knights. Back-to-back matches against 2 of the heavy favorites coming into this tournament. It didn't matter where they finished in Pro League to the Knights. It didn't matter how many E-Days they did or did not win. They have come to play today, and this is the day that matters most on the calendar as it's Championship Sunday. The Pittsburgh Knights with a beautiful series win over RushieZ 3-0. Dominant fashion. Jacob, biggest takeaway from Pittsburgh's gameplay there.
I'm going to say it simple, Colin. For the Latin American region, si se puede. Yes, we can, ladies and gentlemen. We still have to go through one of the best, the most dangerous teams in Gears Esports, Colin, and Vanquish. We've said it event after event when these teams are in the finals, when they're nearing the finals. This is the event. But with this being this season-ending final major of the season to crown yourselves champion, this is the moment for the Latin American region. You have not one, but two different opportunities to create history, and this is your moment. This is our moment as a Latin Americans, guys. We can do this, and I'm not going against VQ because you would be crazy to think VQ is just going to go down without a fight. This is your moment.